Look at the glasses. Look at the time. It must be Popac Live, the After Dark edition. It's getting dark for the Trump administration and their dealings with Chief Judge Boasberg. That's a name only Central Casting would love. Chief Judge Boasberg coming out of the D.C. District Court. Donald Trump knows him well. He presided over his criminal cases, parts of them anyway. He knows him from some current cases now filed against the administration. And of course, he knows him because he's blocked, for now, Donald Trump's improper, illegal use in bad faith of the Alien Enemies Act to declare a phony war against Venezuela, to deport people to a killer prison, literally in El Salvador, without due process. Standing in his way, standing up for justice, Jeff Boasberg. I cover it all on Popac Live. Take a listen. The further that Donald Trump and his administration thinks they're getting away from the Alien Enemies Act and Judge Boasberg, they're getting dragged in, and now they're swirling the drain. We got 2 or 3 different stories going on at the exact same time I want to update you on. Judge Boasberg has renewed his temporary restraining order against the use of the Alien Enemies Act to deport people without due process and send them to a notorious killer jail in El Salvador, where more than 375 people have died in the last 2 years from quote unquote natural causes. Because if you think being beaten to death is a natural cause, then you would agree with the El Salvadorian government. Is this the America that we woke up in? Is this the America that you want to live in? The America where even the accused, even the ones accused of the most heinous crimes, I'll concede that they are alleged to be narco-terrorists, a part of a drug gang that rapes and sells drugs to children and murders people. I'll accept all of that. I just won't accept that we live in an America where they're not given due process or a fair hearing or a right to a lawyer or to have a judge decide whether they're sent to their death. That's the part that galls me. We'll talk more about the Boasberg decision. The Trump I almost called them the organization like they're a criminal organization. The Trump administration's filing today that they're going to be asserting state secrets privilege, a judge-made privilege made by the United States Supreme Court that doesn't exist in any books, to try to hide from the judge whether they really violated his orders or not when they continued to deport people and put them on planes on purpose to avoid his jurisdiction. Can't tell you, Judge, you don't deserve to know. You're not qualified to know. Go pound sand. I'll do a whole act out like drunk Shakespeare of what their filing says and the basis for it. And then an appellate court, this is all the same matter, an appellate court took up the hearing because the Trump administration made an emergency application to the D.C. Circuit Court, next stop Supreme Court, and a 3-judge panel heard it. And the issue was whether they're going to block Boasberg's temporary injunction while they consider the appeal. And Judge Millett had some choice words that ended up emblazoned on a giant 12 or 14-point font headline. The Nazis were treated better by the Americans before they were deported under the Alien Enemies Act. They lived in America during World War II. And let's look at, the Trump administration spends a considerable amount of time talking about the unitary superpower president. The executive branch is occupied by one person. You got to defer to that one person. You can't review anything he does. All the judges have to bow their heads. Everybody has to look the other way. Let him do whatever he wants. I mean, this is the basic theory. Nobody can check him. Nobody can balance him. Nobody can stop him. Stop me if you can. Catch me if you can. That's the presidency. That's their argument. And you've got Congress, who has a role, I grant you, in the co-equal branches of government to be a part of the checks and balance. But they haven't exercised any part of it to try to check the worst instincts of Donald Trump. Instead, what have they been doing? Instead, they've been doing is they've been bending over and bending down and bending the knee to Donald Trump and letting him do whatever he wants. I'll give you an example. The Alien Enemies Act. You got to have a declaration of war. They haven't even declared war. Against who? The gang is now the government of Venezuela. We're in a war with Venezuela. That's news to Venezuela. So the The GOP has said a couple of choice things about what they're going to do to supervise not the president, but the federal courts, including a comment by Speaker of the House Johnson, another comment by Speaker of the House Johnson. Welcome back. That's a new podcast. Well, we've been doing it 6 or 7 months. We have about 500,000 people a week that seem to like it and tune in. It's me in my most freewheeling, unhinged, untethered, unplugged form. You don't put baby in the corner. You don't put Popac in the corner. I don't have any role models for this podcast. I mean, I used to joke it was like Jimmy Kimmel Live without Jimmy, but I don't know what it is. It's not that. It's sort of like a old-timey radio show combined with a TED Talk, combined with a law school class, combined with, I don't know, hopefully one of your favorite professors, something. I put it in a big stew, a big pot of jambalaya, mix it up, and I call it Popac Live. I'm glad you're there with me every week. I cover a range of topics. I don't have a co-anchor. I don't have a guest. It's just me. And I appreciate you, and I'm humbled by the fact that we've grown this audience so quickly, both here on Legal AF and on Popac Live. So until my next Popac Live, Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, YouTube for the MeidasTouch Network. This is Michael Popok reporting. In collaboration with the MeidasTouch Network, we just launched the Legal AF YouTube channel. Help us build this pro-democracy channel where I'll be curating the top stories at the intersection of law and politics. Go to YouTube now and free subscribe at Legal AF MTN. That's at Legal AF MTN.